Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a great weekend, or not weekend, week so far. I have a quick page to show you. Have not come up with a name for this page that I've made yet, but I promise I will. Yes, I really want to show it to you. Okay, so here you have the page. This is the binding, and it's made out of these envelopes, which I'll get to you in a second. And you get basically a pocket here. You get a pocket here with a tag up here. So sometimes it just gets jammy. And then you get a pocket coming out of here. Go back to that. And then you get a pocket here for photomatic journaling. So I really like this little pocket page, I'm calling it. I really have not found a name for it yet. I promise I will. Whatever. Promise I will. But I think I want to have a name that goes well with bumps or whatever, because there's a bump right here at the top of the page. Let me just. I love the way this looks, just the way the round pockets make. So I really like that. So yeah. So I wanted to show you quickly how to make this page. So this page is made out of 9 by 12-inch envelopes. They're pretty big. They can fit an average sized piece of paper. Yeah. So what you're going to do is, I've done all the scoring for you. But basically what you want to do is you want to take your envelope and you want to glue this closed. Once again, I don't like using this adhesive on the envelopes, and you want to get about 1/4 inch away from here. So just glue right at the top. Once again, 1/4 inch-ish away from the bottom. Just close that. You can use a bone folder to burnish it. And then you're going to want to score. Oh, sorry, first. Take your cutter and just cut a tiny little piece off from this end. The end where the flap was, just cut a tiny little piece off. So this much, maybe even less. I cut a lot off. Just a tiny little bit, just so you can open it. Now I put adhesive too close, and it's stuck together. So since it's HEJ, I can just pluck it off. Okay. So you're gonna want to score. Yeah. And you're gonna want to score at on your thing. You're gonna score at 4.5 inches on the 9-inch side, and 6 inches on the 12-inch side. So really, you're just doing it half. Then you're gonna fold it. And score, and then fold it. Sorry, and score. Okay. You're gonna unfold it. So now you show something that looks like this. So the top flap should be pierced. The opening should be at the top. So it's facing you now. No, it's facing you. So the top should be at the opening should be at the top. So Now you're going to take it and flip it over. So now the opening should be at the top again, but the flap that you close should be at your work surface. Take the top left hand corner and fold it down just so it's just kissing the score line you just made. So let me do this and I'll show you. So it's not touching completely, but it's really close to the score line. Then flip it back over so that the flap is in front. So now the part you folded over should be the right hand corner. Should be in the right hand corner. Then what you want to do is you should have 4 sections. Okay. In the bottom right hand section, from the inside, score a 3. From the outside, score in 3/4 inches. Okay, so think of it this way. So you have your fold right here. Underneath your fold, you're going to go 3/4 of an inch in and score. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the score line, but it's scored. We'll be able to see it more in a minute. So now that score line, you're going to have a little part right here. You're going to want to cut that little part. So I'm just going and I'm going to stop at that score line. So now I show something. Looks like that. Show a little flop. So it's 3/4 of the way in. Then you're going to turn it over and flip it so that flap is facing the same way that this is facing. And then score it nice. So you show something that looks like this. I think it looks like a house. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it this way. Okay, so you can fold it. Sorry, I'm going to fold it. If the fold is at the top right hand corner, you can fold this side in, and then just going to make sure everything's nice and flat. And then you're going to fold up. If there's any little lip where it doesn't match up, just slide it up, hold it down, and score. Okay, but it really does not matter. Okay, so now you got the basic construction of your pockets. You have pocket here, the opening in the envelope made the pocket here. You get, once you glue this, once you glue this shut, you get your pocket here, and then you flip it over, get your pocket here, and then fold them out. So, now, I'll do binding last. I'm going to move this over here. So, you're going to want to make a couple of little cuts. I just did this out of manila folders. You can do this out of scrap paper, whatever you want. You're going to want to make hinges because you don't want to use HEG because it's not strong enough and takes up like 1/4 inch room for your pockets. So you're not going to want to use that. So what I use are, and also I use liquid glue, so because it's strong and it dries, and you want to use that for pockets, but it takes up room when it smudges, and you don't want that. So you're like, ugh, what are you gonna do? So you're gonna make a hinge. Yay! So you're gonna cut strip of paper that is, you're probably gonna need two, that is an inch wide. You're gonna cut one that's an inch, all of them are gonna be inch wide, but you're gonna cut a strip that's gonna be inch wide. The first one is gonna be 5.25. So you're gonna have one that's 1 inch by 5.25. Then you're gonna have another one that is 1 inch by 3.75. Then you're gonna have another that's 1 inch by 3.5. Okay? Then you need to score for this. Then you just take and fold all of them. They don't need to be perfect. You might want to go with your bone foliage so that they have a nice crease. Just take and square them so you don't get them ugly and standing up. But I don't think you need it. Last one. Okay, so now I have my hinges. Before I attach them, I need to add my paper. Okay, so probably thinking, okay, oh god, how am I gonna do this triangle? Well, first you're gonna cut piece of paper that I want to go in there, and you're gonna make it depending on the size envelope. This is all using the measurements I'm using, which is a 9x12 envelope. So you're gonna cut it 4.25 by 5. That'll make it so that you're not wasting my paper for all this that you're not gonna see. So you're saving about 1.5 inches. So I cut my paper, I distressed it, and you only distress this and this because that's all you're gonna see. So you're gonna slide it and adhere it into that little section. So I'm gonna go do that. Where's my GG? So I'm gonna go ahead. And you also only really need to adhere it or put glue on it here and here, because that's the only part that you're going to be worried about it sticking up. Go. And put that in there. Burnish it. So got that in there. Then you're like, okay, well crap, how am I going to mount this? It's going to be all uneven, whatever. No, no, no. You're going to cut a square. That's the size that you want with matting. So you're going to cut it, and you're going to cut it to be 4.25, I think. I think it's 4.25. Yeah. 4.25 by 5.75. Okay, sorry, I missed my laptop. By 5.75. Okay, you should get something that looks like this. So 4.25 by 5.75. Then on the right hand side, wait, just towards me. That on the right hand side, you're gonna go down from this top edge and go down 4.25 inches. Make a little tick mark. Then you're just gonna go with your ruler and you're gonna line up that tick mark with the edge of this corner, with this corner edge. Take your pencil and just whoosh, and draw a line. So you're gonna have this line. Then you're gonna take your I use my, just because it's quicker, I use my cutter, but you can use scissors, whatever you want, or a craft knife, and I just cut it, and I get this piece, and this piece magically, oh look, fits right there. So what you do is you just, by the measurement there, from here to here, and then subtract it from the size square. If you wanted to make all of this the same thing, don't bother cutting this out, and just go like that. Now you got the same color for that, but I like the same color, the different colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the glue. I already stressed it, in case you were wondering. Okay, first page done. Magnificent. First half done. Then you're going to take your white glue. Now, for this, I don't need a hinge. Like, it's gonna make more paper. It's gonna use more paper and more of your supplies. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run some glue there. And now you can see it comes out like that. I'm just gonna go with my finger. Now let me get this in camera and just smudge it. Here, let me do it and I'll show you. Smudge, so it looks like that now. This helps so it doesn't ooze. So I'm just gonna go. Well, it might still ooze, but it won't get as bad. Just burnish that edge just so it's a nice, good stick. If you get something, sometimes this little piece, the part right here, overlaps right here, so I just go ahead and cut that off just with a pair of scissors. Nothing big of a deal. So I got this first page, and I got my first pocket. Wonderful. Look how quick and easy that was. Well, how am I doing on time? Oh, 17 minutes. Oh, lovely. Sorry. This might be a part 2 if it just cuts off. So yeah. So now we're going to do the hinges for this. Now, I admit this is not the most fun part, but it has to be done. So now I'm going to take my hinge. Now on this one, I've done corner treatments. I forgot the thing in my studio. I'm at my studio right now, so I forgot the edge things. So you just do that. I can do it after. But yes, you're just gonna punch that. So what I'm gonna do is there's a trick. You need a grid, so I use my scoring, my cutter. So you're gonna want this because I want it. This is a 2-inch piece of paper. I scored it in half. Now it's a 1-inch piece of paper. I want my binding to be 1/2 inch. I line it up here, and 2/4 equals 1 inch. So just line it up here, slide it in and out. Two of these little blocks. Bada bing, bada boom. And my thing is all lined up. So I'm gonna go ahead right now and attach this. So you're gonna really want to do the edges because it gets caught. Sorry, I'm not even fair. You really want to do the edges of this because it gets caught, and you really don't want it to get caught. So you're gonna want to make sure line up here. Okay. Now I think this is gonna be a part 2, so I'm gonna stop the video, upload it, and do another one. So we have our hinge. or a binding, and we have our first page. I'll see you with it after, okay? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.